I think crises tend to centralize power, wouldn't you say? I mean, if you're it's one thing to pass your appropriations bills one at a time in the normal fashion, but often we can't do that. Often you're jammed up at the end of the session. Often you have a lot of contentious issues. You have a lack of partisan cooperation. You have a threatened government shutdown. Under those circumstances, I, as the subcommittee chairman of transportation and housing, this thing goes above my pay grade at that point. And it takes the leadership to negotiate an omnibus bill or some kind of budget deal. And so we've seen this before the pandemic. We'd seen a kind of centralization that was rooted in crises, some of them natural, some of them man-made. Well, the pandemic is a crisis, and the pandemic legislation has been a huge challenge. And I give our leadership, starting with Nancy Pelosi, huge credit for getting this together. But there's no question the centralization has reached a point where I'm sure post-pandemic, I'm sure in future years, there will be a good deal of sentiment for trying to return to a more balanced system where the committees have more autonomy in formulating legislation.